now, and we were going to bounce back and forth between our the public health testimony, but now I have back on again on this morning. I'd like to come up Terrence Lackey, Cheryl Calloway, Barbara. I think it's McQueenan. Again, forgive me, and then someone with the last name Miles. We did not have a card. Well, maybe there's a card here somewhere, but we didn't. But please come on up, and we'll hear your testimony. And if you got something to pass out, that's great. Thank you for being here. And as you, before you speak, if you just give your name for the record, we appreciate it.
Good afternoon. My name is Cheryl Calloway, and I thank you for having us, and I appreciate you being here to hear our testimony. And I just want to speak briefly, not even 2 minutes, about my opposition to Section 298 of the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services budget plan. To my understanding, it seems to be the largest cuts to behavioral services ever in the state of Michigan. And I don't really believe that integrated funding is parallel to integrated care. As a parent support partner in Wayne County, working with families and in the communities that we serve, I've seen firsthand some of the complex dynamics of mental health care needs. I've seen how it affects the community, the schools, homes, and even our children when services are eliminated. I understand the added stress to our public services when funding is cut, such as an increase in crime and the arrests when we lose mental health funding. I understand an increase of homelessness when jobs are lost and families are torn apart because of reduced treatment, coupled with lack of funding for medication. I understand that it requires a system of care with an array of non-traditional components, such as housing and employment and education and even transportation support, to even begin to see an individual or the family address that trauma and regain some stability in their lives. Healthcare plans doesn't seem to be held to the same standards as the community mental health agencies that we currently have. Mental health services require a collaboration of multiple entities working together to not only provide services, but to also protect and provide a safety net. The proposed business model for profit will heighten the risk for these populations that we serve. And it seems that the most vulnerable and needy populations seem to bear the burden of the budget cuts. Isn't it the government's responsibility to care for and provide the best services possible for all citizens and their families? A lack of funding and services will ultimately force some of the citizens into a more costly inpatient or hospital setting. Services will decrease during the transition, putting the lives of us all in jeopardy. And we oftentimes see how that plays out tragically in the media. Not to mention what this will mean for substance use disorder services. I do believe there needs to be more conversation surrounding these issues, but I believe the conversation should also include consumers and advocates and overall community voice. Finally, I believe that management should have public oversight. Thank you.
My name is John Miles, and I'm a parent support partner for Family Alliance for Change in Wayne County. I'm one of 10 parent support partners that partner with 12 community mental health agencies throughout Wayne County, and we service between 150 to 200 families weekly. There are approximately 300,000 Michigan residents who are currently being serviced by the public mental health system. I can honestly say, I don't know of the 300,000 in Michigan, how many are Wayne County families. I can honestly say that I don't know how many families are not counted because they have no idea of the services that are available. But this is what I do know. My families that I service need to be the priority, not administrative pockets. My families are concerned about their services being protected and available, not about who is making a profit. My families want to be first in consideration and first in conversation. Let my families have a voice at the table as changes are being proposed. And by the way, my families currently are opposed to Section 298.
Hi, I'm Barbara McCowan, also... Okay, can you hear me now? Oh, this one.
Press it down.
Can you hear me? Okay. Hi, I'm Barbara.
Excellent.
Okay, I'm Barbara McCowan, also a parent support partner from Family Alliance for Change, and I wanted to speak as a parent of an autistic son who is receiving services in Wayne County, and I am really struggle with any cuts or any changes that take place, because whenever there is a cut in his services, I really have a problem with the care that I have when he gets to school and even in the home. The team is so important that he get every level that he needs. And sometimes, like SSI will say, well, he healed already. If they could just come home with me and spend maybe a half a day, I think they would change their minds, because we really, as parents, struggle in Wayne County with autistic children and any disability child. As a parent and as a family, that we need all the help that we can get. And I also wanted to say that I do oppose 298-2017, because any budget cut, I don't mind change, but anytime it cut any budgets, we struggle, because when they don't help me, I go to work every day, and to get assisted equipment to just get him halfway caught up with a regular child, it's just amazing and a struggle for me. So I just wanted to say, if you can help us, please reach out to the families in Wayne County and every county. We really need help with our disabled children. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon. My name is Terrence Lakey, Mr. Chairman of the committee. I'm a parent support partner in Wayne County at Family Alliance for Change, and I help parents. To understand the illness that their children are already suffering through. There are over 300 residents in Michigan that's receiving mental health, and one of the things that we do is we give families help. The economy in Detroit is already struggling, and what we do is we help them by helping them find jobs and helping them understand what their children are going through, because a lot of families don't have help. In 2013, I was affected because a young man that I know shot his grandmother, his auntie, and his daughter because he didn't understand all the help that he had. This young man felt that there was no help, no hope. So what he did is he took things upon himself to try to help himself out, which it didn't at all. It affected everybody. So my concern about privatizing the mental health is endangering the quality of our already underfunded system of care system in Wayne County and in Michigan overall. And if it takes a village to raise a child, how much more it takes to raise a child with a mental illness? Thank you.
Thank you all. Are there any questions from the Representative Pagan?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And as only Wayne County representative up here, I just wanted to thank you for your testimony and for coming up here today.
Thank you.
Any other questions from the committee? Thank you all very much. I do appreciate your brevity and your passion. Thank you. All right.